tackling the topics everyone's talking about online. Share, engage, interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
Hey everybody, so glad you could join us right here on Newsfeed Now. I'm Suzanne Bruner in for Aaron Nolan today. Hope you're all are having a wonderful Thursday. You know, for one man in Tennessee, he told reporters he was enjoying a joyful day. This is such a bizarre story, but here's what I'm talking about here. People actually had to do a double take after seeing the man riding on a roof of a car down a busy interstate. Yeah, as you can imagine, the photos, the videos of him are being shared all over the place online. If you haven't checked it out just yet, here's Josh Brieslow with more on what happened. Oh, looks like we don't have that story just yet, but wait, I'm sorry, what's going on? Oh, we've got it. Okay, here we go.
Blowing kisses at passing drivers, even appearing to do some pull-ups. Cell phone video from Madison captures this guy's bizarre antics, all taking place atop a moving car.
I was having fun, enjoying a joyful day.
That 31-year-old man hanging onto the roof, Ronnie Sellers.
It was a birthday party and a celebration. I was riding in the parade, my own little parade.
Metro Police have charged him with disorderly conduct.
No, I shouldn't have been charged for riding on top of the car because they don't charge people when they're having parades.
His wife, Amanda Miller, he says, was driving that car. On the afternoon of August 29th, investigators say the two drove all over just like this. Photos showing the couple along Interstate 40 heading from Wilson County into Nashville.
The people in the community, it didn't bother them. They were just like, wow, taking pictures. It just made their day.
While Sellers was charged last week, his wife was arrested Monday. The charges against her: reckless endangerment and driving on a suspended license.
We were just kicking it, man, having fun. Her birthday, me celebrating a great new job offer, pretty much.
Do you think the charges against you will be dropped?
I know they will, because I won't accept no pleas for them.
All right, so there's that video again, blowing kisses to the camera, all while riding atop a moving car. Bree Thiel has been following this story as well from Nashville. Bree, I mean, like, the first time I watched this, I couldn't help but chuckle. And that's so inappropriate, but I'm sure a lot of people were doing the same. This is so dangerous. What are people saying about the video and pictures online?
Suzanne, no, people cannot believe it. This has gone viral. It's gone all over social media. He was spotted traveling along the interstate from Wilson County, which is about 20-30 miles away. He was spotted in Madison, spotted in downtown Nashville. Everybody could not believe it. Doing pull-ups on the side of the car, blowing kisses. I mean, it's mind-blowing. I don't know if you heard the interview with Ronnie, but
oh, yeah,
his justification is good too.
We're watching this video again. I mean, like, it doesn't matter how many times you replay it. It's a shock factor here. How fast are they going? Do we know?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't look like they were going like 60 miles per hour. I mean, I can't imagine that they'd be doing that. Maybe 20 or 30 miles per hour. Yeah. I mean, he's certainly a pro, though. He's done it many times before, obviously. But those two are married. I don't know if you got that. Those two are married, and he was doing that to celebrate. He was just having his own little parade, having a good time. And,
you know, Ronnie, yeah, he said a lot of interesting things. Like, so it wasn't a big deal to him, obviously. He didn't think he did anything wrong.
No. Well, he is being charged with disorderly conduct. He was arrested last week, but exactly, he doesn't think he should be charged because he wasn't hurting anyone and because he was celebrating and he was riding in his own little parade. That's exactly what he said. And people who do that in parades don't get charged. So,
do you think that,
I mean, the rationale is interesting too.
Yeah, he's pretty confident those charges are going to be dropped. Have we heard anything?
We have not, but we are all following this very closely. We are waiting with bated breath because it just blew us all away. It completely blew us all away. So we'll keep you posted on that. But I think we've talked about this. I think you've been down to Nashville before. Yes. People kind of do this in the South. I mean, they don't ride on hoods and roofs of cars, but they definitely ride in the back of pickup trucks.
Right, this is
and that's
different.
like a lot of people have been saying on Twitter, but
and surely no one's doing pull-ups like that either.
No, that took it to the next level, right?
Oh, gosh. All right. You need
It's
to
another
keep
day,
us updated
Suzanne.
on
Just
this.
another day in Nashville.
I know, just another day. Keep us posted, please. I'm sure a lot of people want to follow up on this. Thanks so much.
You bet.
All right, so this has been a topic of discussion recently. The CDC warned people to stop using e-cigarettes last week. They're saying there are more than 450 possible cases of lung illnesses in about 30 states that's associated with vaping and at least 5 related deaths. Now President Trump announced his administration is working on new rules to stop the sale of flavored vaping products. The Health and Human Services Secretary tells Jesse Tenor they could be in place in just a few weeks.
People are dying with vaping, so we're looking at it very closely.
The Trump administration is taking on the e-cigarette industry after the outbreak of vaping-related illness resulting in at least 6 deaths. The president, alongside Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar, announced he plans to ban flavored e-cigarette products.
The Obama administration had allowed them to be on the market, even though they technically, under law, have to come in and get FDA approval.
Azar says in about 2 months, companies will have to remove flavored vaping products from store shelves. To get back in front of customers, they will have to apply for FDA approval.
It has to be in the public health interest for us to approve it to be on the market.
Getting approval may be difficult because Azar says vaping among teenagers is already at an all-time high.
We're not going to let this generation become the one that flips us back to growing utilization of cigarettes.
E-cigarette companies agree they should only be used by adults. But in a statement, the American Vaping Association said destroying thousands of small businesses and sending ex-smokers back to smoking will do nothing to stop drug dealers from selling contaminated THC cartridges. Secretary Azar acknowledged companies may try to block the rules with a lawsuit.
If they do, they do. But what's important is we're here protecting the public health based on science, evidence, and acting completely in conformity with the law.
All right, let's bring in Jesse Tenor from Washington right now. Hey, Jesse, thanks for joining us. Right now, the focus is removing flavored vaping products. Is this the most common kind of product teens are getting their hands on right now?
Yeah, so the latest information that they were able to get shows that teens are really attracted to those different flavors, everything, I think, from mango, bubblegum, really you name it. And so right now they're only attacking the flavored products. There's also a tobacco flavor that you can get, but they said that research has found that kids don't really gravitate toward that because it doesn't taste good.
Those who are pushing to regulate this, do they think this will work, or will teens just use the regular kind?
So Secretary Azar, when I asked him that yesterday, he was saying that he does think that that this will work since it's actually pulling the product off the shelves and then making companies go back and apply for that FDA approval. And he sounds pretty skeptical if they'll even get it. And so, but he did say that they warned companies as well that then, you know, once these are banned, if they don't get FDA approval, and then we see teenagers start gravitating toward those tobacco flavored products, that they would attack those next.
Yeah, this is
and so I think that they're...
Yeah, this is obviously a really big issue, and I'm not sure if you have the numbers, Jesse, but they're saying that these numbers are very high. Can you compare that number in terms of like how many teens are using e-cigarettes compared to just regular cigarettes? Which seems to be the popular kind here?
So e-cigarettes is definitely the king right now. They threw out just over the past couple of years from about 3 million to 5 million that we've seen increase in using that. And I'm not sure of the exact number of cigarette users, but it's far less.
Okay.
But the reason why you're seeing the Trump administration doing this is because they're saying, okay, 5 million kids are smoking these e-cigarettes that has nicotine in them. They're worried that that will kind of act as a bridge to tobacco products, and then they're worried that we could see for the first time a huge spike in cigarette use eventually.
Wow. Again, how soon can we hear something about this if a decision is made?
So right now the FDA is kind of working on finalizing its guidance for this for companies, and so that will end up happening, being complete over the next couple of weeks, and then there's kind of this 30-day period where there still has to be some more finalization going. And so what I'm hearing is in kind of these next 2 months we'll see products start coming off shelves.
All right, Jesse Tenor joining us live in Washington. Thanks so much for bringing us that story.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so turning to a sweet story out of Louisiana, I absolutely love this. A first grade teacher starts each morning a little different than most educators. Take a look at this. This is Elizabeth Ritter. She takes the time to hug and then offer words of encouragement to each and every one of her students. This is every day before they enter the classroom. Isn't that sweet? So this video posted to social media has gone viral. Ritter established the routine at the beginning of the school year, greeting each student with a hug and a kind word, as I mentioned. And it's just her way to set the tone for the behavior that is expected in the classroom. And right now, I'd like to bring in Tracy Wirtz from Louisiana. And you've been following this story. This is just so heartwarming to see. I've got to know, I know the start of the school year just happened recently, but has she seen any changes with her students because of just the way she greets them each morning?
Well, I think so. If you read the story and you listen to what those little ones have to say, it really starts it on a positive note. And she points out that a lot of times, unfortunately, this may be the only real hug some of these students experience during the day. You know, we get busy as moms and dads rushing around, that kind of thing. And I would hope that they would say, I love you or hug you in the morning, but it just happens. And I think that that also sets a sense of calm for the rest of the school day.
Absolutely. I love seeing stories like this because in Arkansas, I've actually covered a story where a teacher was doing something like this as well, trying to do something new to brighten these kids' day. And it is amazing what a small gesture like that and how far it goes, even just asking, how are you doing today? Or just a hug, something that simple. Do you know if other teachers are following suit?
I'm not sure about that, but I can tell you we have got an amazing bank of teachers throughout our region, and there are a few of them, if you read the comments, that some of the teachers say, yes, we do that too. And again, it sets the tone, and I think you start from a place of my teacher cares about me, and that makes a huge difference in the academic process.
Absolutely. Anything else that this teacher's doing that we need to know about?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that she's doing her absolute best, you know, giving those hugs, giving those words of encouragement, and really engaging with them when she does. She tells, or one of them tells her the story about the mom who's going to go on a weekend trip. I think it's to a class reunion. And she says, you know, sometimes mamas need to do that. And I think that that was good for the student because he or she was probably experiencing some anxiety being without mom, and knowing that someone who was so important in his or her life kind of reinforcing that, you know what, it's okay, probably set his little mind at ease.
Yeah, you know, teachers like that, it's so clear that they have such a passion for what they do, and these kids are their children as well, so they take great care of them. Thanks so much for bringing that story to us, Tracy.
You are quite welcome. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. All right, before we go, we now know which toys are the finalists for the National Toy Hall of Fame induction. I look forward to this every year. This is so cool. Here are the 12 finalists you see there. The Care Bears, the Coloring Book, the Fisher-Price Corn Popper, Jenga, remember that game? The blocks, you don't want to make those fall. Magic the Gathering card game as well. Masters of the Universe action figures. I know we're kind of back on, what's that one right there? That was the Fisher-Price Corn Popper. There's Jenga. And then I said the Matchbox cars. We also have My Little Pony. The Nerf Blaster, do you guys remember that one? I'm sure many of you might still have some of these at home. The board game Risk. You know, I've never played that game, Risk. Smartphones, this is on the list. Okay, and then we also have the top. But the 3 toys that receive the most public votes will join the other top 3 submissions by members of the National Selection Advisory Committee. So this year's toy inductees will be announced Thursday, November 7th at the Strong Museum in Rochester, New York. I am just a little shocked that smartphones is on this list. I don't know. I just don't think that it's a toy, but whatever. All right, let us know what you think about that. Hashtag Newsfeed now. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same time.
Yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got trouble, and I got them too. There isn't anything